How you doing? This is Evan. Just wanted to do a quick video up here to kind of, this is more like a follow-up video for a video I did like 8 years ago called Japanese knife sharpening, which I'm not an expert. This is just my 2 cents, so I'm not trying to say that I know everything about this. However, this is something that I kind of came up with that I really think would be helpful. It's super helpful to me. So once you work your way up, some people go all the way up to 35,000 grit stone. I go 12,000 grit stone, and that's it. After that, you can either strop your knife or axe or whatever your tool is here. This is a Mountain Mike, big, huge, double-sided leather strop. I love that thing. This here is a paddle strop, which this is great for, you know, if you're a chef, you can take it right into the kitchen with you and touch up your edge. You know, you can chop some pretty hardcore tough veg or bones or whatever, and without really needing to go back to your stone, you can touch it up and bring that razor sharp edge back just on a strop. So this is something that, you know, I did for a while until an idea kind of came to me. Is when I got this Grand Force Brooks axe, in their little axe book that comes with every axe, it talks about their process, and once it's forged, it goes to a sharpening room, and then the final stage on that is where it says in here is where they're stropping it on a large rotating buffing wheel. And so I kind of remembered that, and I thought that was awesome. When I got the axe, it was like razor sharp and a mirror finish on the edge, and that was really cool. So, you know, I thought about that for the longest time. I'm using these strops, I'm using this, and I'm like, you know, I should get a bench grinder and put a, you know, rotating buffing wheel on that. And, you know, that would be a good way to finish like carving knives or you know, whatever else that I need to really put, you know, I got to go all the way with something. So to be able to really put a mirror finish on something, I like to strop it. And, you know, as a chef, I worked as a chef, and being able to take a bench grinder into the kitchen is not really an option. So at the time, what I worked up was a little rig here. So this is a power drill with a buffing wheel. You can get this for like $2 or $3. They'll rig it up for you at the hardware store. And obviously this is corded. I like the corded drill. It's a lot more power. Battery's not going to run out. But you can have a very small battery power drill with a buffing wheel on it to use in the kitchen if you are a chef that does a lot of slicing and you want to keep your knife super sharp all times, cutting herbs or whatever else. This is what I used to use to cut herbs, and I would keep that like razor sharp all the time. And you could take this rig right with you into the kitchen. You can take this with you into the kitchen. This can be a lot faster, but just to show you, you know, it's just the same ideas that they use when they finish knives on a buffing wheel. So just to go ahead and just give you a quick demo here. Obviously, be extremely careful. Do not try this at home. Do not cut yourself. Be very, very careful. It would probably be a good idea to like clamp this guy down somewhere. If you're at home, to clamp it down on in a clamp or in a vise, and then do it that way. However, this is my technique, and this is what I did when I was working in kitchens a lot. So the first thing you gotta do is just make sure that the direction of the wheel is going with that bevel edge. Because if this was spinning this way in the knife, obviously it's gonna catch and you're gonna hurt yourself. So. You want to be real careful when you get towards that tip. That's where some accidents can happen. And I can spend, you know, you can spend a lot of time on that. But for the purposes of this video, we're just gonna make this quick. Then you reverse the direction of the wheel. And of course, you want to kind of keep it, this is pretty forgiving, but you want to keep it at the same angle that the knife is. So if that bevel is like a 23-degree angle, you want to kind of keep this buffing wheel at the same at the same angle. And of course, you can spend a little more time. You don't want to do too much because that's actually going to kind of, it's not going to be good for your edge. But I don't know if you can see there that that's like a mirrored beveled edge, and I haven't sharpened this knife for a while, so that's going to bring it way back super sharp. I do that on a lot of my tools. If I spend a bunch of time on my axe and I plan on using this for wood carving, and I need to be precise with it, I will make sure that that's a mirrored edge. And of course, each different knife has its own edge angle, which is gonna be best for the knife and best for the task at hand. So that's just something I wanted to share that kind of finishes my whole knife sharpening tutorial that I had put on YouTube, just for I saw a lot of videos on there, but none of them really kind of went into depth on how they were sharpening that, and that's why I made the original video. It's not because I know everything, that's just my 2 cents, that's what I learned. So with this, I just wanted to get this out there, and I've been thinking about doing this video for years, and hopefully it's a decent quality video and you understand the whole purpose behind that. So thank you very much for watching.